Sunday, a day of rest for many, not for little old me. I was off on my airport travels earlier today and seeing the sights of the M25 early in the morning. Thankfully it was dark and very isolated. There wasn't many people around really, so quite an easy job to do. I tried something a little bit different today. I put on my social media channels and also on here a thing saying I'm going live soon, to try and get round the notification thing, or lack thereof. It'd be interesting to see if anybody noticed, and try and give you a little bit of warning that I'm actually going to be here soon. So yes, daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby on a Sunday in my cab, as I try and do every day. And I do wonder how your days are going. Are you having a good day, good afternoon? What you've been up to? I'll wait for a few more people to appear and we can start having our daily gas, our daily chat. And I look forward to you coming in. Well, we've got a few absentees at the moment. It's getting 1 minute and 30 seconds, and that's quite a long time compared with what I usually have before people start appearing. We've only got one person in the chat at the moment, or at least that's what it's telling me. And as I said, I did try and preempt it a little bit just to see, you know, if I could give you some warning where the notification is screwing around and not giving me what it should do, and telling you when I'm going live. You know, I should try and schedule these things, but it's a little bit difficult sometimes. Who have we got? Yay, John Redman is here in the chat. Hello, John. Hope you're well and your Sunday's going all right. And you've not had too bad a day. I don't know which part of the world you're in, but I hope the weather's all right where you are and everything's tickety-boo. So, yes, that's one person. And the numbers are starting to go up. Yeah, we've got a problem with the notifications with the live streams with YouTube. It never seems to tell you when I'm about. So I thought I'd start sticking a poster thing up on my social media feeds and let you know. Colchester, okay. So yes, a slightly familiar neck of the woods. Trust Sets You Free. Hi Andy. Hello, Trust Sets You Free. Hope you're well. Thumbs up and a couple of them to you as well. And hope your Sunday's going all right. Now, slightly later than I usually like to come on here. I usually try and get 2 o'clock, but usually ends up between 2 and 3 really. But you know, it depends what you're doing with your families or your other social things. Andrew Cooper, the only reason I'm here now is because my game crashed. Well, thank you very much. My son was playing the Fortnite update earlier, and it was hard to get him peeled off the thing. Andy, my wife wants to know where you got your intro tune from. Grumpy Get says it was actually made for me. There's a guy that, excuse me, just opening my beverage. There was a guy that actually does a few bits for me in the background, you know, tinkering with the videos and the SEO and everything. And he actually made that for me. I can ask him to see where he got the music from and let you know. Kind of a nice guitar riff in it. Can't even say it, and it's my tune. Truth Sets You Free. I love Sundays. Hope you're good too. Yeah, it's me and my cab. I've got my eldest son in the house at the moment. He's plugged into the World Wide Web, and my wife, my mother-in-law, and my youngest son have gone off to some Christmas tune thing. Oh, you like the end tune? Oh, okay. Well, we might be able to do something about that. I'll see what I can do, as you can pull the audio off of videos quite easily, can't you? So I'll see what I can do about it, see if I can rip it off and maybe send you a copy. It's not that big, so it shouldn't take too long to do it, really. I saw an interesting thing on Police Off the Cuff the other day. Marie Green's here. Hi, Andy, just made it. Hope you're well, Marie Green. Yeah, Police Off the Cuff the other day had an interesting one about the Boston Marathon bombers. They had a lady that wrote a book on it, and the actual police officer that ended up in a gunfight with the Boston Marathon bombers, plus the actor that played him in a movie based on the actual subject. It really good show, actually. And Police Off the Cuff now have got up to 24,000 subscribers, I noticed. So here's the Police Off the Cuff. Well done, guys. Let's hope it continue. Scarguess is here in the chat. Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope you're well, Scarguess. Andrew Cooper, bring out an LP. I'm showing my age here. Me too, Andrew Cooper. I remember LPs. We had a shelf in our house. My mum was an avid collector of LPs. Got loads of them. The shelf's probably longer than I can give you screen time. Derek Owen, yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Hi, Gabs, you okay? I like it. Neil Tanner's here. Yeah, starting to see some of my regulars now. That's great. Afternoon. Broken Britain's here. Hello to you. Cheers. Hope you're well. Daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. Try and do one of these every day. Give you all a chance to escape life. Jump on here and have a good chinwag with each other. Well, I saw a thing earlier about smoking and how they're trying to talk about banning it in New Zealand, you know, stopping 14-year-olds from smoking. And I saw a newspaper article that they're intimating about trying it here. Yes, good luck with that one. Look what happened with prohibition in the States. It didn't work out very well, did it? Being true to yourself can be tiring, but it makes you tougher. Who said that? That has a familiar ring to it, but that makes you tougher than the rest. Keep it up, Andy. I certainly will, Tony Whitworth. I always will. Marie Green. They're bringing LPs back, are they? Oh, wow. I have to keep an eye out for that. Kim Alliston, hi. Hello to you. Thank you for joining the chat. We're getting a few of you now. Joe sniffed me at COP26. How you doing, Andy? I'm doing much better for reading your screen name. That's cracked a smile, that is. Neil Tanner, we used to have shelf in my house that an elf used to live on. Derek Owen, who's this Boris guy I keep hearing about? I don't know, some moped dipstick who thinks he's Prime Minister. Really is getting tiresome now, isn't it, folks? Hugh McBeef, good afternoon, people from the Bonnie Highlands of Scotland. Yeah, hi, Hugh, hope you're well. Are we having odds where the Bojo makes it until next weekend? Andrew Cooper says. Well, I saw a thing earlier that Theresa May's plotting her revenge. And, yeah, I'd like to see her try. The thing is with Boris Johnson, he's Teflon, isn't he? He's not going to walk away no matter what you say. It's going to be probably 1922 committee type stuff, or, you know, he's going to be made to walk. He's not going to go of his own accord. Too much of an arrogant bastard for that, I think. Hi, Neats, and see you in the chat there. Hope you're well. Yeah, truth sets you free. I'll have some of that. £10 on it. I tend to agree with you. 78's Derek Owen says, yeah, I remember them too. I was just a kid when all this was about. But prohibition of drugs seems to be doing a great job, though. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I don't know where these politicians get their crazy ideas from. It really is crazy. Oh, Marie Green likes my mop head description. Well, it looks like an unkept mop, doesn't it? I can't remember last time it was, you know, seen a comb through it, or a pair of barber's scissors. I don't know, Derek Owen, how do you keep a cabbie in suspense? Neil Tanner, Boris will come out with some statement. Yeah, probably bullshit. That says he can't be removed. Yeah, definitely. Well, he can. It's called a general election. Bring it on. Government say, do as we say, not as we do. The servants need putting back in their place. Yeah, all these Christmas parties haven't really done any credibility they had any good, have they? John Redmond, Johnson, May, Hunt, Gove. What worries me is Michael Gove. You know, I really hope we don't live to see the day that happens. But, you know, who do you replace him with? Who? It's, you know, it's not good. Mike Alligators, hi Andy, hope you're doing well. I checked about 10 minutes ago and you weren't on. Yeah, we've got a thing I keep seeing with notifications, folks, where people simply aren't getting notified that I'm here. And what I've decided to do is, you know, put a little thing on YouTube on the community post section, and also my social media, to basically say I'm going to be here soon, and then I can get my butt out to the car and sort it out. Hello Tim Hicks, you're in the chat, good to see you. I see you commenting on some of the stuff over the last couple of days. Always good to see you in there on the chat. Jane Griffiths, hi Andy, no notification again. Yeah, see, there's loads of people that are doing it. Carrie delivered the distraction baby dead on time. Not sure if that's enough. Oh, there'll be something. There will be something, won't they? Yes, I like it, Derek. Very nice. Tell you later. How's everyone weekend going? Yeah, mine's okay. Got the house to myself at the moment. The wife's out with the mother-in-law and my youngest. I'm in my car and my teenager's in the house, plugged into whatever he's plugged into. So not too bad. Did you see that shenanigans in Kensington yesterday, where that bloke tried to rob a bank and a bookmakers, and it didn't go terribly well, and he ended up getting shot dead, pulled over by the police. I was reading this morning that turns out he was sitting in the back of a London taxi, and he was actually gunned down there. They were screaming at him for a good 10 seconds to get out the car, and he didn't, so they shot him and dragged him out. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. But there you go. If you mess with firearms in London, you're gonna get your head blown off, unfortunately. But the fact of the matter is, why is there so much of this horrible crime going on in London? It's crazy. There must be all this, you know, progressive, let's not punish anybody kind of thing. Yeah, that's true, Broken Britain. There is a fair bit of surveillance, and they probably raised the alarm before he even got out the door. Yeah, thanks Tim Hicks, appreciate that. Liz Truss pledges another 75 million quid in aid to Afghanistan at G7 meeting. Better spent on the homeless in this country, better spent on trying to stop people coming into this country through improper channels as well, instead of giving it all and sundry. Tim Hicks, I've got a soft spot for my mother-in-law Andy. I just haven't got round to digging it yet. I love it. It's all coming out today, isn't it? Jesus. I actually like my mother-in-law, but I could tell the odd mother-in-law joke here and there. That is funny. South Wales of facial recognition, even though it was ruled to be illegal. Yeah, I heard that, Broken Britain. They're closing in, aren't they? They want to know everything we do, everywhere we go, everything we say. And sooner or later, you wouldn't be able to fart without a valid excuse. It's not great. Anyway, the people that have joined us, welcome to Andy, the Gabby Cabby's daily chat in his cab. And I appreciate you coming and supporting the channel. I try and do one of these every day. All of my mother-in-laws are dead now. Nice, Andrew Cooper. How many have you had then? But don't forget, you can get a mug on a mug. That's my mug on a mug. See, there I am. And even says Toodaloo on the back. I've got a merch store under there where you can get all sorts of bits and pieces. This live, a bottle of beer followed by a Sunday snooze for me. No masters. Absolutely perfect. Well, for me, it's a can of Coke, this live, and go and clear a fish tank out. Not great. I can't fart at the moment. My back still hurts a bit. Broken Britain says, oh, God. Fantastic, Andy. Great show again. Thanks, Marie Green. Appreciate it. Humor Beef, perfect, no mask. It's 30 years today since my best mate ran off with my wife. I still miss him. I love it. There was another one about tickets to a football stadium, wasn't there? And somebody getting married, and I think the punchline was they'd rather go to the football and get married. Yeah, we could really start here, couldn't we? It's like Jim Davison says he likes watching his wedding video in reverse so he can watch himself leaving the church as a free man. They're all coming out. My mate commented that his mother-in-law was an angel. Lucky bastard, mine's still alive. Oh, God. DH Trains, hi Andy. Hi DH Trains. As you can see, you've stepped into a mother-in-law bashing session. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, we could go further. Anyway, how's everybody's day going? Hi Julie Baldwin. Just seen you pop in the chat there. Hope your days are going okay. And the chat's full of laugh emojis at the moment. We're having a mother-in-law bashing session. It's really funny. I love it. This does make me smile, all this, and that's the idea, you know, having a laugh with each other. Absolutely perfect. You can tell the married ones in here. Lucinda Sweden, Andy, we're all friends. Hello, good to see you laugh. Makes it easier. Thanks, Lucinda. It's good to laugh, definitely. Hugh McBeef, my mother-in-law is still flying around on her broom. I don't think my mother-in-law could get on a broom. She's 85 and a bit of a slow mover these days. But you knew when mother-in-law's coming, all the mice throw themselves on the traps. Oh, they're coming in thick and fast, aren't they? My mother-in-law knocked at our front door today. I said, don't stand there blistering the paint, go home. Excellent. Oh, that's making me laugh. I was reminded of an old comedian the other day, Jimmy Cricket. Do you remember him? And he had an L and an R on his boots, so you could tell the difference. And he used to do those, was it Letters to Mum? He used to read at the end of his show each time. Had some hilarious gags in there, but a couple of them. My uncle had a job with 500 people under him. He mows the lawn in a cemetery. You know, those kinds of things. There's a guy I know fell into a vat of whiskey and drowned. 10 people tried to save him and he fought them off bravely. You know, all the old jokes, they're really, really funny. You can't beat it. You know, some of this modern day crap that they come out with really is bad. Only difference between my mother-in-law and a Rottweiler is lip gloss. Yeah, I heard that one before. Bobby Davro come out with that one, didn't he? I saw a clip of him doing a show the other day, and that's one of his jokes. Made me laugh. Apologies to all people sitting with their mother-in-laws, and Omar says. Oh, I love it. Mine's in Broadstairs. I hope she doesn't bump into John Covelord. Oh, speaking of him, here he is. Covelord John Kent, your ears must have been burning. I was just saying I hope you don't bump into the mother-in-law in Broadstairs. Mine, that is. Mike Alligators, Andy. Have you seen the VOR clip about Plan C? How much that would impact on your business? Yeah, Mike Alligators. I did a video on Plan C myself the other day, and yes, it does concern me greatly, because one thing that businesses need all over is certainty. Certainty that they can go on holiday, certainty that they can do their job, certainty that, you know, I can go to a restaurant and not have to faff about when I get there. And you take that certainty away, we're all screwed. But, you know, they're waiting for somebody to die from this thing, aren't they? Or at least be able to put it on a death certificate. And the moment that happens, they're going to ratchet up again. It plays out like a dodgy movie script. I've said it again and again. It's really concerning. I mean, I have other irons in fires now that I didn't have before. So from an income point of view, I can diversify more than I did, which is something that I didn't have a year ago. But it's, yeah, very worrying for a lot of businesses, you know, particularly a lot of small businesses, because you put, you know, restrictions back in the pubs, for example, table service and passports and all the rest of it. It's, you know, you're going to kill them. They're just about trying to recover from the last lot. They won't survive again. What are you going to do? Give them furlough? More fake money that we have to pay back later? It'll be our kids paying that back. You know, our kids. It's awful. I love it, Cove Lord. Yeah, that's a C out of my playbook. See you next Tuesday. I think the other one Belfield come out with the other day, he said, Plan B, I'm going to stick with Plan A. You can fuck right off. It was just the timing, the way he delivered that, did make me chuckle quite a lot. Tony Whitworth's going with Plan C. I plan to see my family and friends, despite what see you next Tuesday, Boris assures us. I'll go with your Plan C as well, Tony Whitworth. Brilliant. If a number 10 Clowning Street cat developed a cough, Boris would lock us all down in a moment. Yeah. Well, I wonder if the number 10 Downing Street cat's still there. I wonder if he's packed his bags and buggered off elsewhere. I wouldn't blame him if he did. King Corona tested positive for moronic. Crashed car rolled off cliff, fell on a plane crashed in the sea. All of it sank on a submarine and exploded. Yeah, you know what will be on the death certificate. Mars Bonfire. Hi Andy, never seen you before. Looks like a good channel. Best wishes for Christmas. Thank you, Mars. Cheers for coming in. Appreciate your support. We try and do one of these daily chats every day just so you get a bit of exposure to me and you can have a chat with all the subscribers that come in. And you know, get to know each other a bit more. And there's other content that goes on as well. Usually 5, sometimes 6 videos a day if there's something else, that needs reporting on. So yeah, welcome. Thank you for your support, and hope you're subscribed okay. And look forward to seeing your comments in the chat. It's brilliant. Richard Void, will you be putting a plastic screen up in your car again? Read my lips. No, I won't. That's certainly something I won't be entertaining the idea of. Well, speaking of mother-in-laws, I can do one better than that. I've just seen a mother pop up in the chat. Mine, Jean Whitehead. She's jumped on the chat. She was another one that was complaining yesterday. She wasn't getting any notifications, which a lot of you aren't at the moment. Hi, Mum. Hope you're all right. Jane Griffiths, Mr. Hypocrite World Champion. Not, yeah, that's about right. Marie Green. Tim Hicks is saying, thank you, Marie Green, for calling him funny. That's some hilarious cracks he's come out with there. We better behave ourselves now. Still didn't get one, Mum says. Well, what I've done, Mum, I've put a thing in my social media feeds, basically saying I'm going live soon. Just hope that people see that. Yeah, stalked by your mum-in-law, God help you. I love it. People loving the chaps. Load of people saying hello to my mum. Hey, I like it. Hamo lost. Yeah, just to let everyone know as well, I don't know here who's a subscriber to Police Off the Cuff, but on the 22nd of December, which is very, very soon, I will be on Police Off the Cuff on their show. It's 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is about midnight in the UK. So those of you that can hop over there and have a look and, join the show, join the chat over there, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a laugh. And if you can't make it, hopefully there'll be the replays the next day or thereabouts. Apparently they want me to do a New York accent, which I've been practicing a little bit. Kind of getting the hang of it, but we'll see. They're going to want to know some cab stories. So I've pulled a few out of my memories. Yeah, Marie Green, I'm looking forward to it as well. Should be good. I like it because, you make contact with these people on YouTube. And it's nice to, do a show with them and interact properly. And it gives all you guys something, a bit of entertainment as well. So I'm hoping we can do just that. And they got Factual Breakdown Lesson 2 coming today. Thank you very much, Factual. A wonderful email the other day with a load of pronunciations. Getting excited. We're not too long now, Factual Breakdown. I'll go for a walk down the block to see my friends. Police Off the Cuff or something like that. I'll get it. Hello, Factual Breakdown. Everybody's saying Lorna Mackenzie's here. Hello to you. And hello to all of the people that have joined the chat so far. We had a bit of a late start today. It was nearly 2 minutes before people, popped up and started saying hello. But I think that's all down to the notifications again, really. If I go in Posher Chops, they all wear masks. Okay, that's really odd. Factual Breakdown. Hubert B5 Factual. Everyone's saying hello to Factual. My son's just walked past the car. He's gone out, so it looks like I'm on my own now. I've got the place to myself. Yeah, Factual Breakdown saying no notifications again. Judy Baldwin, oh my God, my mother-in-law has just said she hasn't laughed so much in a long time watching this. I love it. That's brilliant. That's got to be all the. It's got to be all the mother-in-law jokes. I mean, that's great that we can make people smile. It really is great. Tina Barwick, hi Andy, best wishes to see you and take care. Thanks for the videos. You're welcome, Tina. I appreciate the support and hope you can get something out of them. Lucinda Sweden, yes, I love you, almost all of English and Americans. Appreciate that, Lucinda. If our lives are to be restricted by laborious rules, then surely many others should have the right to ignore them. More so after allowing 30,000 dinghy divers into our country to disappear. Yes, there is that little little thing about the dinghy divers. Did you see the video I put out yesterday where they've allowed the French to have 23 extra fishing licenses, yet we've still got these people coming into our country by the boatload every day? That's one of the biggest negotiating tools we've got at the current time, I'd say, unless there's anything else. And yeah, we just chuck it all away, don't we? It's crazy. It almost reminds me when Theresa May was Prime Minister, but that's another story. 39 thumbs up, is that it? Oh, come on, guys, you can do better than that. If you're in the chat and you haven't done so already, give me a thumbs up. I don't actually see that metric with the software I use, so I rely on my mods to do that for me and give you all a G up, so I appreciate it. Hi Andy, how you doing? Love your channel. That's from Sylvie Alston. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. All the better to see you and people here giving all your support. It really does mean a lot and keeps me going. Tim Hicks with another mother-in-law joke. I'm not saying my mother-in-law is fat, but her cereal bowl has got its own lifeguard. Oh my God. This is the best channel on it. Thank you, Factual. King Corona, I put it up to 40. Sorry, nearly forgot. Laugh out loud. We shouldn't be giving in to the French who have threatened to block our ports. That's absolutely right. You know, they make all these threats and they should be the ones to back down. They really should. Lucinda Sweden, I don't go anywhere else, Factual. I appreciate that, Lucinda. I really do. And all the support you give on a daily basis, that's brilliant. I really do love it. England is being sold out from the people. Here come the globalists. Yeah, Sean G. I think you might be right with that one. I definitely think there's somebody working who's all from behind in the shadows somewhere. You know, I definitely think. Let's go, King Corona says. Yeah, let's go, a lot of them. Never mind Boris, Brandon or whoever. Why not load all the dinghies up on naval ships and offload them in Morocco? Yeah, I think that's one of the potential answers, not Morocco, for say. Zarbit Fish Somerset. Hi, Andy. Hello there, Zarbit Fish from Somerset. Thank you for joining us and hope you're well. Yeah, that's the answer. You've got to stop them making landfall, or if they do, then you remove the attraction of Great Britain away from them and route them off somewhere else. They've done this in other countries and it worked a treat. They stopped coming. If Boris leaves, it will be Dominic Raab, I fear, King Corona says. Yeah, that's another possibility. Apparently, I was reading Dominic Raab didn't have a very good time of it on Radio 4 the other day. He was on there with Nick Robinson, I think, and in between takes, or, you know, when they weren't being interviewed, he was sitting there going, really swearing at Nick Robinson, so I don't think he was best pleased. It's amazing what these people come out with in the background. It really gives you an idea as to their true characters, doesn't it? Factual breakdown. I'm speaking from an American perspective since I'm not there. Good to stop them from coming, but what about those already there? Yeah, those that aren't intercepted when they reach here, you know, leg it. I mean, I did a job, I'm going back maybe 6 years ago. I got a job and I was asked to go down to the port at Dover. And when I got about halfway down, I got a call saying, do you know what the job is about that you're going down to, Andy? I said, no, I don't. I've got no idea. And they turn around and says it's illegal immigrants. Okay, I'm going to turn around and go back home. But then they turn around to me and says it's kids. It was a couple of kids. And I thought, okay, I'll go down there and have a look. I'm not entirely convinced that these two were kids, but I had to take them to a processing centre in Ashford, where they had room and board and everything else. But this place in Dover, this room, was absolutely full of them, and they had black bags with what belongings they had, and they had the old zip ties, the cable ties, and all their hands were tied together like that, you know, stopping them from moving away. And they were handed over to me, and I had to take them to where they were going, up the road. And I said, well, what if they try and get out of the car or anything like that? And I was instructed to let them go, to leg it. So I got them to where they were going, and apparently these two were found in a cargo hold of a cargo ship a short time before. They didn't come across the channel like they do now. But, you know, in short, it's been going on for years. It's been going on for years, and it's only now where it's got worse. We're learning what's going on. Lorna McKenzie, lots of them pretend to be children when they're clear. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know, somebody saying they're 14 and they look 38 with hair on their legs and a beard. It's crazy. A lot of them are probably chucking their ID papers in the channel when they're coming across, unless they've already had them taken off them. The ones that were in the ground in Scarborough have now been taken to Birmingham. Is that right, Julie Baldwin? I wonder if they've moved them sideways so they can put more in the ground, I wonder. I mean, there was that video that came out the other day, wasn't there, that had them in churches. It's mad. Yeah, where is it? Tasmania, off of Australia. They had a big problem down there with immigrants landing on their shores. And I heard this from a lady that lived there, who I used to pick up from the airport. She used to come see her father. And she said what they did down there, they rerouted the boat somewhere else, stopped them from landing. And within a year, problem solved. No one ever turns up anymore because they know they're not going to get anywhere. No, I certainly wouldn't, Stink Pooter. You know, if the left got in, I'd have left the country by the nearest flight possible. That really beggars belief, that idea. Julie Baldwin, yell because the ground is now getting refurbished after all the damage they did. Right, okay, so probably when they do that, they'll shove more in. No respect at all, any of them. Hi, Factual Breakdown, hope you're well, and I hope your Christmas preps are going well, Kim Alliston says. Yeah, Broken Britain, okay. King Corona, oh, gold star, my laugh out loud. No, I saw that Piers Morgan fella bigging him up on Twitter. I think yesterday or this morning, something like that. He was saying, oh, he's got honesty, he's got integrity, he's got... I sat there and I thought, the last time you bigged up a lefty, we ended up with Joe Biden in the White House. And look how that's ended. Not very well. So is this the way it's going to happen in this country? We're going to get socialists shoved in by the back door. That happens, we're all screwed, even more than we are already, if you ask me. But who am I? I just tell you what I think. Anyway, welcome everybody if you just joined us. Daily chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby in my car. Try and do one of these every day. I appreciate all your support and all your friendship and all your comments, all your input. It really means the world. And yeah, thank you. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button on this chat, because it helps the old YouTube algorithm push me right up there. And we're gaining some traction with these now. We're getting fairly good numbers on a daily basis. Factual Breakdown, Americans did not elect for Joe Biden. I can never say that name right that you call him Factual Breakdown. I've seen you type it so many times. Faux Joe Biden. I like the Biden bit, but he was shoehorned in there, wasn't he? It was mission get rid of Trump by any means necessary. And, you know, Biden was shoehorned in there. But what a mistake. All the media was all over it. Crazy. Anyone else heard that all UK citizens are to get a £100 energy discount on their January bills? Not heard that one, King 77703. I think that will help an awful lot of people if that's true, at least for January. Although, does that mean that the bills are going to go up by £100 the other way? So, in effect, you're not gaining anything. But we'll see how that works. I spend hours on YouTube as I don't trust the BBC anymore, and I'm not paying their yearly tax anymore after paying them for 50 years. That's Raymond Dickinson says that. Yeah, you're not alone, are you? I think more people are waking up to the shite that the BBC is and what they're coming out with daily repeats, biased news, and, you know, it's full of leftards and box tickers and establishment people that are there just to try and make us believe things that we already don't. It's crazy. My uncle's here, Gary Reynolds. Hi from Stevenage car park, laugh out loud. What are you doing loitering around Stevenage, uncle? You don't live in Stevenage. I know you only live about 5 minutes the other way, but never mind. There's a chap in the chat called Air Zulu that's in your neck of the woods as well. Kind of lives up that way. He might see your comment. Mum's here as well. She's just said hi, Gaz, so I think she spotted you. The whole system is rigged in favour of asylum seekers, with lawyers preventing the government from booting them out. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Oh, shopping, Gary Reynolds said. Is that Tina shopping and you sitting in the car, or are you both at it? You tell me. Honesty and truth, could not agree more. Factual Breakdown says, my mum had £200 winter payment for her bills a few weeks ago, Paul Jackson says. Yeah, the help's getting out there, but it's only a tiny little bit, isn't it, really? I wish they could do more for people. But it's corporate greed, isn't it? It's supply and demand and all the rest of it. It's just sending things out of control. And I think there's this agenda, isn't there, as well, where they just want us all to go green, is what they call it. Yep, Tina shopping, Gary says. You're just a chauffeur, are you? Something is going on behind the scenes here. We can't afford to wait until 2024. And I believe that our real president will be back, Factual Breakdown says. Well, you can let me know what's going on over there. I'm always interested to hear. Sharon Shooter's in the chat. Afternoon to you, Sharon. Hope you're well. Shane D. Boris must go. Traitor. Yeah, I think he's coming to the end of the line, isn't he? But the windy pops. The fact of the matter is, who do you replace him with? We're not lined up with many great politicians, are we? They're all crazy. I saw a news article earlier that intimated that Rishi Sunak could be shoved in there in his place, but I don't know about that one. Maybe he's being groomed for it. Who knows? How lovely that will be when the daughter Shannon arrives home, Kim Arston says. Factual Breakdown, Gary Reynolds. Hello, sir. I love your name. That's my son's name. Yeah, Factual. Gary Reynolds is my uncle, Gene Whitehead's brother. So I've got some members of the family joining the chat, which is nice. Yeah, Tim Hicks. Nice idea. Replace him as Sir Desmond Swain. Never happen. But I appreciate the idea. DH Trains. Replace him with Liz Truss. My partner is related to her. Oh, okay. Hang on, I think I might have missed something there. Oh, my partner is related to her cousins. Okay. Good day, everyone. Michael May says. Hello, Michael May. Thank you for joining the chat. Hope you're well. Cheers. We love you too. God bless, says Chris Ayres to Factual Breakdown. America needs El Trumpo before 2024. Poppy Pants is Poopy Pants is ruining the country at a rate that requires action before then. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? You've got America and Biden's shafting everybody, and you've got Britain and we're going the same way. And then you look in other countries and you think, Are our economies deliberately being screwed? What's going on? I don't believe this is about pandemic or anything anymore. I really don't. Something else is afoot. Yeah, Tanya and Edwards, I was just saying that just as your comment popped up. Something all really smelly going on there is now. I can well believe it. Zulu, I've seen his comment. I am on the sofa, far from any bloody Stevenage car park. Hitchin has much to offer on a Sunday. Hopefully you can get Andy to drive up the neck of the woods for a bevy. Yeah, well, Hitchin is actually where my uncle lives. He's obviously nipped across to Stevenage to do a bit of shopping with his missus, my Auntie Tina. So, you know, not too far away. When I go up to see him at some point, I'll have to try and see if I can engineer that and find somewhere to drop him for a bevy. I think the last time I had a beer anywhere in that area was in Baldock, but many years ago. I stopped in there for a pint with my auntie in a pub that my grandfather used to drink in years before that. What part of the UK do you live in? Marie Green is being asked by Factual Breakdown. Tim Hicks, I think the WEF, Klaus Schwab, the UN are driving this. Yeah, I see a lot of material about that, Tim. I really think you're right there. I really think so. But we've just got to see what happens, don't we? You know, it's, as I said at the beginning of this chat, it's playing out like a dodgy film script. You can almost predict a lot of what's going on. Richard Void, is Margate twinned with the Bronx? Not yet, it isn't. It could well be going that way. Factual Breakdown, Somerset, I'm sorry for my friend, is there anything I can do? Who else have we got? Factual Break, Chris Ayres. Okay, who we got? Hi Andy, sorry I'm late today, been doing work. Anyway, Alex Belfield said about lockdown, 5th of January. Sadly, that's my birthday, so I'm not very happy and won't comply with the BS. Yeah, I tried to catch up with a couple of his videos earlier before I come out here to talk to you, but I totally agree with him. I think it's going that way. And they're just waiting for somebody to fall foul of the moronic, aren't they? Or not necessarily fall foul of the moronic, but somebody to lose their lives who has come into contact with it, and that'll be the justification they need to start all this over again. And if they do, the question is, what do we do? I think this old stiff upper lip that the British have needs to be forgotten about. Otherwise, we're in the shit. I read somewhere as well, with going back to Donald Trump, it's like he knew all this was going on and they needed to get rid of him because he was an obstacle. And if they could get one of these lefty lot in there in his place, then they could do what they wanted. It's, you know, I don't believe for 1 second Boris Johnson's conservative. I don't. I think he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. I think he's something else, and it's just the Conservatives are the avenue for him to get into the position he's in. But I suppose with all things, it'll all come out in the end, won't it? Donald Trump knew it all, and he's now publicly calling for Biden's resignation. I think everybody's calling for Biden's resignation. You know, look at the clusterfuck he made of Afghanistan, for an example. And the poor bloke barely remembers what he said 5 minutes ago. He needs pulling out of there. Definitely. Marie Green, Factual could be neighbours at least. Alison Brown, we need to take back the People's Party. Yeah, all I'll say is Cromwell. I loved that film with Richard Harris at the end. Best scene ever. Wow. JSW. Hi, Andy. How many of your viewers are not in the UK? I'm watching in India. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen someone from India or identify that they're in India pop up on here. We tend to have a split of Britain and America on here. Probably about 80% of my viewers, when I checked, are from somewhere in Britain, i.e. Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, England, and we're getting a higher percentage of Americans now as well. So it's really over those two, and we've got a few in Australia, You know, they're jumping up all over the place, and I appreciate everybody. Fiona Gregory from Devon popping up saying hello. Factual Breakdown, more thumbs up please. How many have we got, Factual Breakdown? Because I don't see that on my screen. I just rely on you to get everything up and up and up and up. Yes, they're asking what part of India are you in at the moment. 72. Okay, that's not too bad. 73. Yeah, I appreciate that. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. Gives the old chat a bit of a boost up the rankings, and we've been doing some good numbers with that lately. Let's get to 100, folks. Well, we usually do. 75, it's creeping up. That's really good. We could do it. 100. Factuals on the case. I shall leave her to it. To all of those of you that have just joined us, welcome. It's Daily Chat of Andy the Gabby Cabby. Do one of these every day. You get to know me, I get to know you. We can have a good old gas, as they call it. Hey, Red Scouse is here. Afternoon to you. Hope you're well. I don't think I've seen you in one of these before, actually, Red Scouse. I see you comment on a fair bit, as you well know. Hope you're well in your neck of the woods, and thank you for joining us. This is really just what I call a daily social, just so we can chew the cud, put the world to rights, and have a good old natter, which seems to be gaining some traction. Raymond Dixon, Boris took far too long to make up his mind about coming out of the EU. A real Brexiteer would have known instantly. Well, Theresa May was first as well, wasn't she? Chris Ayres, who we got here? Chris Ayres, honesty and truth. Yeah, I'm prepared for them to try and take money from my bank in a fine for a no jab. Then we'll take them to court, as we all should. Yeah, let's get the old mattresses out, shall we? And money under the mattress like the old days. I have lurked in the shadows on a couple. All good in God's country, thanks. Cheers, Red Scouse. Appreciate it. I'm in the jungle in Tamil Nadu, South India. Not so far from, is it Mysore? Mysore. That's JSW answering the question about where in India they are. So there you go. That's information for you all. I'm afraid they won't let me into the UK because I'll never have the jibby jabby what's it thingy. Well, personal choice. I'd be interested to see what happens when people start trying to find people for this. I can't see it being enforceable unless they actually pin you down and you know, make you. I just can't see it. I mean, being fined on a monthly or daily basis for not doing it's not going to happen. Chris Ayres, and yeah, Andy, we need to stash away the cash. So they're wanting a cashless society to control our money and treat us like, yeah. I've been a cab driver for 10 years, and every day, more and more people want to pay by card, and there's more of it. And when I first started cab driving, it was cash everywhere you looked. It's crazy. And now more and more people, a card. I don't know whether that's the current situation we're in or something else, but yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I'll show you if I can get down here. I carry one of these things, an iZettle card reader, so I can take card payments. But cash is king to a taxi driver, always was, and I much prefer working that way, but who knows. Well, we've got some people in here now. Appreciate you all coming. Welcome to the Daily Chat of Andy the Gabby Cabby. Hope you are well, enjoying your Sunday, and cheers for joining us for our daily putting the world to rights and having a gas. I can't see that fines are enforceable. Previous fines for breaches have been thrown out. Correct him, Hicks. That's exactly right. Anything that was challenged got thrown straight out. Disproportionate, immoral and wrong, isn't it, really? Maximilian von Sprocket. Oi, oi, Savaloy. Love it. You come out with some one-liners. I think it was yesterday made me laugh, so welcome again. Appreciate it. One thing I'm looking for in the news, talking of cash, is the term universal basic income. As soon as I see that, I know we're all screwed. That's one of the things on the agenda, isn't it? Universal basic income. I do cash for everything, don't trust the banks after losing a couple of grand a few years ago over a direct debit, Red Scouse says. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I used to know a guy, he's passed away now, Mick his name was. He used to have a wedge of notes in his back pocket. He'd probably have a monkey in his back pocket every day to pay for bills and groceries and all the rest. Very old-fashioned. And that was the fact he would not trust the system, would not trust standing orders, direct debits, anything, and everything was cash. And if he had to pay gas and electricity cards, he'd want the that's it, 500 quid, 77703. Yeah, if he had gas or electricity or anything else, he'd get a prepayment card and do it that way. He just wanted complete control over it. UBI, wasn't that trialled in Wales? Yeah, I don't know whether it's being trialled or going to be trialled, but it was certainly mentioned, Tim Hicks. I saw that a long time ago. But it's funny, though, isn't it, how... I mean, I just thought about this the other day, and I may be crackers, but we've got universal credit. You know, we've gone from tax credits to a benefit called universal credit. And you do wonder, is there something in that? You could easily rename that to basic income, but you know, I may be wrong. It just seemed like that system or that facility is in place. Well, Dave Wonka is here. Hello, all. Hello to you. Hope you're well. I pay all my bills by direct debit, so I'm never late and don't have to rely on the checks making it through the mail. Yeah, over here, Factual, I don't know if it works the same there, but we have direct debits where they take their money from the bank on a set day agreed with you, or we have standing orders where we have control over it and we send the money to them on a day they decide, or a day we decide. Now, I prefer standing orders out of the two. I had an argument with my local council and my gas and electricity board over this, where they decided to take a load of money that I didn't necessarily agree with them taking. And I cancelled, and I said, I will only pay you manually or by standing order. And the actual gas and electricity company got the hump with this and said they won't accept payments unless it's by direct debit. And I said, well, I've just paid you, so you refusing my payment for services. Oh, no, we just got to take it by direct debit. Well, I said, take me to court then. We'll let a judge decide. And what happened? They went bust. So a little bit of karma there. Prepaid double dippers. I like it. I never heard that before. Everyone's loving David Icke in the chat. Can't wait to see Boris try to force the digital currency on the Hells Angels. Good luck with that one. Yeah, totally agree with you there, Maximilian. You know, these people sit in their ivory towers and try and dictate to us what we do, what we say, and how we go about our lives, and a lot of them don't know the basics. I mean, if you sat with a politician and said, how much is a pint of milk? Wouldn't be able to tell you. I think Boris got caught out by that one a while back. My lecky only costs £1 per day, though. How'd you do that then, Fiona? I remember my grandmother. I mean, my mum and my uncle, if they're still in the chat here, will back me up. But she used to have a 50p meter in a coal store in the kitchen, and you used to have to put 50p in the meter to top the electricity up. And my granddad used to watch the GGs, the horse racing, on the television. And my grandmother was always forgetting to put the 50p in the meter, and all the electricity would go out, the lights, the television, the whole lot. And my grandmother's name was Brenda, and you'd just hear this almighty shout of Brenda, and we had to scrabble for 50p to turn all the lights back on. Broken Britain had one as well. Yeah, I mean, it's years back, isn't it? A butter knife used to work, did it? Wow, I never realised that one. I had a key meter in my old flat, or an apartment, if you want to call it what the Americans called it many years ago. You used to have to top up, but never had the ones with the coins. Apparently you could fool them quite easily. RTV had a meter too. Yeah, a friend of mine had that. He used to buy a new TV through this company, and he used to put money in the meter, and then they used to come round and take the money from the meter to pay his monthly TV bill and leave him anything left over. It's kind of a way of saving and a way of getting a new TV as well. He found it worked all right. I'm so old I can remember the power cuts in the early 70s. I come along in the late 70s, so I just about missed those. Runaway Train, Rediffusional Radio Rentals, 6p in the slot. Do you remember the old dial on the wall with the 3 or 4 channels? We had one of those, white box and a grey dial in the middle. That was something. The good old days, everyone. What happened to the good old days? I see the average age of the people that go on this channel, about 45 and up. So a lot of what we talk about and reminisce about, we can all remember, really. It's really good, really good. And it kind of makes you think about a bygone age long gone, doesn't it? Cherise, I only use what I can afford, hence electric. I used to like our old prepaid TV. We used to get loads of pound coins back every month. It came in handy. Sort of my mate did. He found it really useful. Come on, folks, 10 more thumbs up. Does that mean we got 90? Factual breakdown. That'll be good. Anyway, everybody, welcome to Daily Chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. If you're just here, appreciate you coming along. I'm actually watching the numbers pop up at the top of my screen. I can see who's here. I don't think I've seen a number as much as this so far. It's incredible. We started off probably with 50 people, and it's nearly trebled over the amount of time, and it really, really is special. And it just shows that people are tuning into this and finding it useful, where we can just all have a chat with each other. And my voice box actually is getting quite used to it now, because I used to get quite a sore throat at first talking for an hour, but we're getting there now. Wow, 98 likes, we're shooting up. Come on, folks, couple more, come on. And we'll get the ton up. 131 of you watching. Yeah, see, everybody can see it too. It's wonderful. Really do appreciate all your support and all your time, and taking a bit of time out of your Sunday. We've reached a ton apparently, so yeah, brilliant. Appreciate all that, folks. Really do appreciate the support. I really love this YouTube stuff, when I first started, and people have asked me before, and I'm sure I'll be asked again. I started at the beginning because my business was on its arse, so I wasn't going to the airports at all, and I wanted an outlet. I just wanted somewhere where I could vent my spleen about world events. And at the time, I probably had about 5 or 6 people viewing each of my videos, and I didn't really care at the time. It was just an outlet for me. And all of a sudden one day, it just went way up like that. It was about the time when I did a couple of videos about, Belfield, and I think that's when people really discovered me then. And it's just been climbing up ever since, and I've made other contacts, and made a few friends on here as well, which it's all about. It's a lovely community. I really like it. You get the odd, moron in trying to upset your day, but they're quickly dealt with. And the majority of people in here are really sound people, really nice people, and it's good to have a chat with you all the time. And I really do like it. Tina Barwick, yeah, a lot of people are saying that's about when you found me. And when I suddenly started going mad, off of Belfield, I think I ended up with something like 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers, just like that, fast as a click of a finger. And that really was a big boost for me. And I felt obliged to carry on, and I'm so glad I did, because it's very, very enjoyable doing all this every day. And it's great, and I'm starting to see the rewards for everything. That's a very frustrating thing with a YouTube channel. When you first start, you have to plug away at it, and you don't see a lot in the way of return or reward at first, and you do eventually. I don't just mean monetary. I mean the interactions you have with people as well, and I mean that quite sincerely. you know, you get talking to people on a daily basis and interacting. They send you emails asking you things and sending you information, and you make genuine friends with people. And it's like the police off the cuff guys who I mentioned earlier. I'm going on their show on the 22nd. I never would have dreamt something like that was possible a year ago. It's absolutely mad. I mean, cross-pollination, Bill Cannon calls it. And I hope that works for everybody. So, yeah, I'm forever grateful. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good Sunday, sat doing what you're doing. Whether I'm on a phone, a tablet, a television. I was on a television in a pub the other day, actually. Well, more than once. And, yeah, it's all absolutely brilliant. And I'm just one guy with no budget, with my mobile phone, sitting in my cab with a can of Diet Coke. You couldn't make it up, could you? But how's your day going, everybody? What you been up to thus far? I mean, you've been with me for about an hour now, so I appreciate it. Who have we got? GGJ666. Dog's nagging me to take her out for a walk. Catch you later, folks. I will catch you later. And hope the weather's all right, dog walking wise out there for you. And everything's all good. But anyway, folks, we are coming up to an hour and 1 minute. And we have nearly 140 people in the chat. I don't usually like to leave it going on much longer than an hour, because we all have places to go, people to see, and all the rest of it. So I'm going to wind this down now. There'll be content coming out today for you from 6. A couple of Boris bits. Something about a white van man that got caught out. And there was another thing as well, but I can't remember. I recorded it all this morning while I was sat at Gatwick Airport waiting for my passenger. So, as I said, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you get up to nice things and got the start of the week sorted out. And I will see you tomorrow with more content, another live stream. And until then, I thank you again, and I bid you toodaloo.